Now, Local 4 Sports with Marco Yurkovich.
The Independence League Baseball regular season concludes today, and the postseason picture is far from set. One of those games that can shake things up, the Hastings Sodbusters regular season finale, hosting the Nebraska Prospects at Duncan Field. Sodbusters don't control their postseason destiny, and they need a win to make anything happen. They don't wait long. Bottom first, base is loaded, a wild pitch, and the recovery throw is not in time. James Velasquez dives in safe to give the Sodbusters an early 1-0 lead. Later in the inning, Yamato Sato connects on a hit to deep left field, scoring 2 to extend the Hastings advantage to 3-0. But the Sodbusters let a 2-run lead slip late in the action, so they lost 6-5, dropping them out of contention for the final spot in the ILB playoff standings. Even with the win, the Sodbusters would have needed a Spearfish Sasquatch win over the Fremont Moo, but even through 2 rain delays, the Moo seemed to have that under control in Spearfish. And